So today I'm joined by John Vanderpoel, who heads up our national insurance team. John, what do you consider to be one of the main challenges that we're likely to see facing the insurance sector following this COVID climate?
Well, I think one of the challenges is going to be cyber insurers needing to meet a lot more claims than perhaps they might have expected to be meeting at this time.
Right. So I guess there's so many people working from home. They're using their personal devices. They're using work devices. It's creating some level of complexity, I imagine.
Yeah. Working from home does present a lot of challenges, and one of the key challenges to working from home is obviously having a stable. Sorry.
Aside from kids.
Yeah. Aside from working from home with kids and homeschooling and all those sorts of things. The key challenge actually to both those things, homeschooling and working from home, is having a really good internet connection that enables you to do all of those things all at once with everybody at home. And if the devices fail, the system fails, the network connection fails, well, that's going to create some real problems for people in terms of being able to maintain productivity.
Right. So what, in terms of your policies, what are we looking at there?
So traditionally with business interruption, you'd be looking at your standard business interruption policy, but it's also worthwhile remembering that your business insurance cover is not only contained in that usual wording, but also often in your cyber wording. And your cyber policy will contain some cover that will potentially help you.
Okay, so what would trigger the policy? What's an event?
Usually it depends upon each policy wording, and each policy wording usually have different insuring clauses which identify what the trigger to cover is. So an example from one policy wording is human error leading to loss, alteration or destruction of data. Now, there are other broader wordings which provide a different type of cover, such as any system outage, network interruption or degradation of your network. Now, that has the potential to provide some pretty broad cover for people when their network now consists of a whole range of moving parts, not least of which is people's home internet connections.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's get to the fine print. Are there any exclusions?
Yeah, unsurprisingly, you'll find that there are exclusions, and it depends upon the circumstance in which the loss arises, obviously. But one of the key, I guess, not exclusion, but limitation on cover can be the excesses or self-insured retentions that apply to the business interruption. So, for example, some policies will have a 24-hour waiting period before cover is triggered. And that 24-hour period effectively means that insureds are self-insured for that first 24 hours. And after that, they may have coverage.
Interesting. So we'd probably recommend most people have a little chat to their brokers, get across what's happening.
Yeah, definitely. And get a copy of your policy wording and schedule. Make sure you've got it downloaded somewhere that's not dependent upon being connected to the internet.
Good point. Thanks for your time, John.
Thank you, Adriana.